2014 gave us more than a few memorable titles and box office explosions, and we're promised more before the year's out. You're going down, Smaug. According to budget and gross figures from Boxoffice, these were the biggest flops of 2014. Transcendence. Still, it's hard to not be interested in just who or what Johnny Depp will become for his next role. Unfortunately, Transcendence marked strike 2 for the actor. $103 million worldwide on a $100 million budget, after 2013's Lone Ranger bombed at least as badly. The Expendables 3. The Expendables 3 embodied its title a little too literally. It grossed a ton worldwide, but only $39 million domestically of its $90 million budget. This underwhelming result is likely in part due to the fact that the movie was leaked online before its cinematic release. The Legend of Hercules. Should The Legend of Hercules have been a good movie? Perhaps the question is, should filmmakers rely on $70 million in battle sequences to make a movie worth seeing? Evidently not. With only $18 million in domestic ticket sales and an aggregate rating of 3% on Rotten Tomatoes, this one stands with gusto. I Frankenstein. Thanks to the foreign market, it managed to barely scrape by its $65 million budget, to say nothing of marketing costs. It grossed a measly $19 million at home. Sex Tape. Neither terribly sexy nor funny, it failed to make back its $40 million budget domestically, though brought in $126 million worldwide. Edge of Tomorrow. We aren't even sure if Cruise ever does jump out of any futuristic flying devices in Edge of Tomorrow, but it's safe to say he blows something up. Despite great reviews, this one failed to contend the box office hype of Cruise's former action epics. It grossed $100 million domestic on a budget of $178 million. Dolphin Tale 2. We doubt many parents regretted taking their kids to see Dolphin Tale 2. Everyone else who saw it for inexplicable reasons was served a thoroughly mushy stew of heartwarming cliches. It made $42 million domestic on a $36 million budget. Pompeii. Paul W. S. Anderson's Pompeii, foregoing historical substance and with special effects turned 11, is a tacky hybrid of Hollywood blockbuster genres aspiring to no more than a guilty pleasure. Who willed it thunk a shell of sweaty gladiator battles, pandemonium sequences and cookie-cut romance would gross just $23 million domestic on a budget of $100 million. Deliver Us from Evil, relying on a true story disclaimer with jolts, squeals, demonic womenfolk and all, Deliver Us from Evil was a derivative's derivative in the horror genre. We looked on anticipating that something would make us jump, and then it did, and then we sighed. With cheap thrills short on originality, it barely grossed its $30 million budget. Legends of Oz: Dorothy's Return. The biggest bomb of the year goes to this animated Dorothy of Oz spin-off, proving once again that tried and true doesn't always pay off, even in 3D. Fully lambasted by critics for unmemorable music numbers, gaudy and cheap-looking CG animation and a tedious storyline, it failed to do justice to cinema's most enchanting Neverland and grossed just $26 million worldwide on a $70 million budget.